It's a purpose-driven family. Taking a walk right now. Figured I should make a video. Made one yesterday, wasn't happy with how it turned out, so do this. Yep, made a video yesterday. I was gonna post it, but I don't know. It was a little scattered, so hopefully this one's better. Excuse me. Alright. You are just a few decisions away from your perfect life. Let me repeat that. You are just a few decisions away from your perfect life. I'm serious. You need to make a good decision today. Think long and hard about this, okay? What is one good thing that you can do today? And I don't mean good as in the sense of giving to charity or anything. I mean, what is something that you're struggling with that you can fight? What is a vice of yours that you want to eliminate? You achieve your perfect life when you get rid of your vices, right? Because a lot of our vices are very bad for us, right? If you're doing drugs, you drink too much alcohol, eat too much junk food, look at pornography, right? These are things that are holding you back from your true potential. That's why they're called vices, right? So, think about your life. What is a vice of yours? What is a good habit that you want to establish, right? Think about that. Once you have figured out something, right, that you want to work on, I want you to start doing that today, okay? You want to stop looking at porn? Stop tonight, okay? Just one night, okay? Then make it 2. Make it 3. Make it 4. Make it 5. Make it 6. Make it 7. Make it 8. Make it 9. Make it 10. Make it 11. Make it 100, right? Establish one good habit. Do it for 2 weeks straight. Okay? A lot of people, they pick a lot of habits, right? Especially around this time of year, right? 2026 just started, right? And I'm curious how many people have actually stuck to their resolutions, right? I've mostly stuck to mine, right? This year I decided that I wanted to beat lust. And I mean beat it. Get rid of it in its entirety, right? Now, I don't actually think that that's exactly possible, right? I mean, it is a biological mechanism. A better way to phrase it would be, I decided to stop being ruled by lust, okay? That's very different. I decided to stop being ruled by lust, okay? Sorry, still a little bit sick. This stuff lingers. I don't know what it is, but all right. One habit, okay? Maybe you want to start eating better. Start today. If, you're on your lunch break, right? Don't get a burger. Get something different. Get something nutritious. And at this rate, a nutritious group of food is probably cheaper than a burger anyway. Let's be real. You could get produce for relatively inexpensive, right? Especially compared to a McDonald's burger or something, right? You want to quit drinking. Don't have a beer tonight, okay? Like don't even start. Don't even give yourself the opportunity to slip into it, right? And I want you to try and keep this habit, okay? I'll just make this a one night thing, okay? Keep doing it, all right? And if you're good at it, if you're successful, a funny thing will start to happen. You'll want to do more. Naturally. That's the difference. Many people try to force themselves to do all these different things at once, right? They want to work out, eat better, do this, do that, do this, do that, right? All at once. You need to let things happen just naturally, okay? And the beauty of establishing one good habit is that you will naturally establish more, okay? Man. I don't know what this is, but it sucks. You will naturally want to establish more good habits, but you need to start with just one, okay? So it builds upon itself, right? Discipline and consistency compounds. Once you start doing one thing great, you want to do other things great, okay? So for me, right, in the last year, I don't remember exactly what the catalyst was for my journey. I want to say it was eating better. Yeah, I want to say. So I used to be an absolute pig, okay? I used to have like 3 Mountain Dews a day. I was eating Doritos and just a whole bunch of garbage. And I decided that I wanted something better for myself, right? Yeah, I'm all sorts of messed up right now. Sorry, guys. I decided I wanted something better, right? And I'd been doing a lot of reading on like the effects of like artificial dyes, and a lot of other ingredients and preservatives that were being put into our food, right? I could make a whole video series on that. I don't know if I will, but the stuff the FDA allows in our food is diabolical. Like, to a ludicrous extent. I don't think any other country has food regulations as poor as ours, right? There's no way. There's just no way. So, I was noticing more and more what, Mountain Dew is doing to me, right? Tasted good. I loved drinking it, but it always made me feel weird and off. It's just gross, right? So I started to pay attention to that, and I was like, well, making me feel like crap. Why am I deliberately ingesting it, right? If I get sick, like right now, not much I can do about that. Really? Just gotta tough it out, take vitamins, just stay healthy. But why am I deliberately making myself feel like crap? There are so many times in my life where I'm going to feel like crap undeliberately, right? Is that even a word? I don't know. Why would I take time to make myself feel like crap deliberately, right? This doesn't make sense. So I decided to start cutting out a lot of this food, right? I haven't had a Dorito or Mountain Dew in over a year now, right? And it kind of started small, right? It started with just me wanting to eat better, right? And it began to grow over time. I began to fight my pornography addiction more readily, right? I'd seen success in one area of my life. I'd eliminated a bunch of garbage from my diet, right? But I didn't want to stop there, right? I didn't want to just eat healthy. I wanted to be the best individual that I could possibly be. I wanted to be the best man that I could possibly be, right? I started to exercise, right? Not very consistently, I will admit. I got some like weights and stuff. It was pretty scattered. I wasn't very disciplined. I'm very disciplined with it now, thank goodness. But yeah, I didn't used to be, but I was still doing it, you know, on occasion. I was eating better. I was actually putting an effort into fighting my pornography addiction, you know, because it used to be for me that I would be like, I'd look at porn and I'd be like, ah, man, I did it again. I never do that again. Give it like 2 to 3 days, I'd be doing it again, right? So I really started to put in a ton of effort into almost every area of my life, but it happened naturally. I didn't force myself to do all that. It just happened naturally from the start of one good habit, right? What is one good habit that you can start today? Just pick one. It doesn't even have to be incredibly hard, right? It shouldn't be too easy. If it's too easy, you won't feel a sense of accomplishment from having achieved that habit, right? And you won't want to build on that, right? If you're, I don't know, I'm going to build like a straw man argument here. If your habit that you want to establish is that you want to move 5 feet, that's nothing, right? That's really nothing. Unless you're like so deep in the mud that you like struggle to move around, right? Like if you're extremely overweight or something, right? But I don't think there's anyone out there who can't move 5 feet, right? You know, of their own volition. But it needs to be hard enough that you will feel a sense of pride in having achieved it, and you'll want to keep doing more. And again, it compounds. I have established a lot of very good habits for myself. I still have a lot of bad habits, okay? And I'm going to work on them, right? Let's pick one. I spend way too much time on YouTube and my phone. And I'd like to stop doing that. So I'm probably going to try that today, actually. No time like the present, right? Might as well get started. The purpose of this channel is to help you live your better life, right? Not even your better life, your best life. This is what I'm trying to do, okay? And maybe you are able to establish all these habits at once, okay? Maybe you can. If you can, good on you. Good on you. You should be proud. You are a special person in that case, right? Most of us, we don't roll like that, man. We don't roll like that. So we gotta take baby steps, right? Baby steps is a good way to put it. It sounds demeaning, right? It sounds a little silly, but it's true. Oh, my nose is so plugged up. Sorry. It's baby steps, right? Your best life cannot be achieved in a rush, right? You gotta start small. You gotta build to it, right? And that's what I have done, right? And I'm very proud that that's what I've done. So, think hard about this, okay? What is one thing you can do today to make your life better? Pick one thing, okay? I'm sure you've got a whole list, right? And I want you to simply just stick to it for one day, okay? Then make it 2, make it 3, make it 4, make it 5. You know how it goes. Take it day by day, right? Focus on establishing that one habit, okay? Focus is essential to this, okay? It's very hard to focus when you have 10 different habits that you want to establish, right? Establish just one. One singular good habit, okay? Don't drink that beer tonight. Don't open up Pornhub tonight. Don't do this. Don't do that. All right? Y'all listening to me? You are just a few decisions away from your perfect life, okay? It's so close. It's so attainable. And what I mean by that is that, because I've been at this for a while, right? I've made a lot of good decisions. I've made a lot of bad decisions. But in recent years, well, in the past year, I've made a lot of good decisions, okay? And my life is not perfect, okay? I know where I want to be and how to get there, but good habits will set you on the road to achieving your goals and dreams, right? They just will. So while my life is not perfect, it's not everything I'd like it to be, I am on the road to achieving that. All because I chose better for myself, okay? People say, like, self-love, right? Like, if they want to treat themselves, they typically do something that's kind of bad for them, right? I'm guilty of this too, right? It's like, oh, I did good today. Let me eat this slice of cake. I did good today. Let me smoke this blunt, right? You know? And I'm not opposed to celebratory things, right? But everything in moderation, right? Everything in moderation. I think you should celebrate, but at the same time, if you realize a lot of this, you know, take care of yourself mindset, right, is like doing a bunch of just crappy things to your body, right? True self-love, true self-care is choosing the best for yourself. True self-love, true self-care is choosing the best for yourself. One more time. True self-love, true self-care is choosing the best for yourself, okay? Self-love is not eating that slice of cake, really. True self-love would be, I don't even know what it would be. I'm going to be honest. See, this is like delving into other videos that I want to make at this point. I don't want to just mash videos together or get like too off topic. The point is, choose something better for yourself, okay? And yeah, I'm not opposed to, you know, having a sweet treat, right? And like, there's nothing more there's nothing that I love more than like a nice cold Coca-Cola, right? Actually, here's an example. The thing about the nice cold Coca-Cola, though, is that I choose a better alternative, right? So I typically get cane sugar Coke, right? It is a little bit better for you than regular Coke, right? Regular Coke has like high fructose corn syrup. It's very inflammatory. I always feel like crap after I have a regular Coke, but cane sugar, you know, it's natural. Doesn't really give me any trouble, right? So if you're going to indulge in something like that, choose a better alternative, okay? If you want a soda, get a healthier soda, right? If you want a cookie, I don't know, maybe get like a protein pastry or something, you know? Like after a workout. Because that has a dual benefit, right? It gives you a reward for doing good, right? So you get that sweet treat, but you also get something beneficial, which is some protein, right? That's what I would do. Ooh-wee. All right. Yeah, that's what I would do, right? I'd get back from the gym. I'd want something kind of sweet, right? And I'd have options, right? I could get, it's like a, I remember the brand name. You could get like a, what are those called? Chips Ahoy, right? You could get like some Chips Ahoy, or you could get like a, I don't know, plant-based protein cookie, right? Just typically what I gravitate towards, right? And, you know, it provides a benefit to you, right? Yeah, we kind of got off the rails here. You're just a few decisions away from your good life, right? From your better life or your perfect life. So, make a good decision for yourself today, all right? Make a good decision for yourself today, right now. Stick with it for 2 more weeks, and I promise you, you're going to want to keep that momentum. You're going to want to do more, okay? And again, when you want to do more, pick one more habit, okay? Don't pick like 5. Baby steps. Remember, baby steps. You've been living in debauchery, degeneracy, and just a horrendous lifestyle for so long, right? It's going to take a while for you to get out of that, man. Took me a while. And you have to want to leave it bad enough, right? You can't establish a habit if you don't want to, right? You cannot break free from pornography if you love pornography. You cannot stop eating or drinking something if you love that thing, okay? And not everything is bad, right? Not every sugary thing is bad, but you got to consider, like, is this benefiting me, right? Does this push me forward towards my purpose, towards my goals, towards my dreams? The answer is no. Probably shouldn't take it. Yeah, I'm guilty of this. You know, I've eaten like Reese's Snickers bars, you know, and you know I usually feel like crap afterwards because that stuff's so highly processed. But you know, the point is that I have made my life, made my diet so much better, right? All started with one good decision. The day where I wanted a Mountain Dew, and I said, no, this stuff messing with us, man. You got to stop. It all started with one day, one decision. And then from that one decision blossomed what I do now, who I am today. Absolutely beautiful, man. The man that I am today is the man that I envisioned myself being 5 years ago, but who I never thought I could actually be. 5 years ago, I didn't think this present version of me was attainable. Oh my gosh, jeez. Rough out here. Okay. I did not think that I could beat my pornography addiction. I did not think that I could eat healthy, that I could work out consistently, right? I work out consistently now, right? Like I really do, and I'm very proud of myself for doing that. But that's not the point. I have achieved so much, but it all started with one good decision. So make that one good decision for yourself today. All right? Don't take that beer from the fridge. Don't look up Pornhub. Don't drink that soda, right? And I will actually make some videos in the future about how to break some bad habits, right? Usually involving food, because that's something that I struggled with personally. And I'd like to just give my 2 bits on that. Yeah, I don't know. I've never smoked weed or done drugs or had like a drinking problem or anything. So I can't really speak to that. I know people who do struggle with those things, and boy, do they struggle, man. So I would also say the best defense against that is to never start. Okay, so just don't even start any of that. But the point is, make a better decision for yourself today. That's all you got to do. Make that same decision tomorrow, the next day, the following day, on and on and on. And I guarantee you're going to want to do more. And you will see more growth. You will look at yourself 1 year from now, and you will be amazed at who you've become. I know I am, truthfully. And I'm very excited to see what's in store for me down the road. And you should be too. You should be too. So, make a good decision for yourself today, man. Purpose Driven Hyperion signing off. See you guys in the next video.